Everybody come and see. I say come and hear. I don't carry and come. Better information, superb advertisement. We no get the rifle. Oh, to get update and get informed. Oh, come to Celestial Half Hour. Celestial Half Hour TV. Now we be the best information carry.
You want to hear the progress report? I am thanking God about his health. That the health was properly handled by God himself. Not any doctor. Not any what? Not any doctor. Because with life, when you have good health, everything around you is possible. You remember what Dino Melaya and the rest of them did in Delta? When they were campaigning Okowa, who swallow his vomit now. Baba where they fall. Baba where they shake. Now, Dino Melaya is not going to be a lawyer. A liar who wants to be a lawyer is still passing. It's the same thing. In a little while, Dino Melaya will be crowned, will be given LLB. But there's nothing he can do. He's a thief. And there's nothing he can do with that in Nigeria again.
Celestial Half Hour.
We can need a lot of prayer before 2027. Terrible prayer, terrible prayer. And you need to slow down. And Atiku should be thinking of going back to Cameroon. Time is up. He has made us to lose the case in Bakassi. Thinking that when he goes back there, that's why they put Bola Ajibola into trouble. They bought that judgment of us through the help of France. And look at where we are today.
Celestial Half Hour.
English. Okay, sir. Because you have to go wide.
Baba, we have come again, as we usually come, to interact with you. From all these television stations that are stationed before you this day, we want to have an interaction with you relating to life from the beginning of being, how God created man and how man grows on earth. Do they grow in the spirit or in the physical? What classifies the earth to man and combine man to the earth? How do we go, and what are the experiences gained so far since you have been called as a clergyman, as a human being who respect God and whom God have sent his work, errand of God? Sir?
What do you see in me that gave you the premonition that I respect God?
Yeah.
Are we friends?
You see, you were made in God's image, and he sent you, he called you, he sent you his work, and you were diligently doing it, because I could testify to one or two things I have seen in you. Humility, and that is God. So,
me humility.
Oh my God. When it comes in terms with the words of God and the creature, you do not see things to be so bogus. You do not see things to be so exaggerating. You handle things in the way God created it. If it is a leaf, you say this is a leaf. If that was an iron, you say that is an iron. That's what I saw you to be. And that has been making us to be coming, around you, that along the line you are Mr. No Nonsense. Babako Foshi. So, that's our own opinion. But life at large, how do you see life at large?
Thank you, sir. It's I didn't want to argue much with you. You are a prophet, and your father is one of the greatest prophets we emulated in our family, in Odeaye, in the Kale local government. Then I want to tell you the story of the 3 containers. When I see people misbehaving at times, amassing wealth, acquiring wealth, or jumping from pillar to pole, this and that, fighting people, then blackmailing, all these things, I just laugh. You know, 3 containers brought us into this world. The first container was your mother's womb.
Mother's womb.
So when you were there for 9 months, 7 months, sometimes 4 months, the place may not be conducive. Then they take you to incubator. You'll be inside the incubator for a while. Then later, those that even enjoyed the 9 months, they came out with nothing. No shirts, no pots, no spoon, no cutlery. And they came into the world. Then for them coming into this world, once they came with nothing, why are we agitating? Why are we fighting? Why are we nagging? Why are we blackmailing people? Like the other time people said, oh, he duped somebody of land. He collected his money. He do this. But the person that bought the land did not give me money. The person that sold the land did not give me money. So automatically, but it will not be too smooth for me to come without any blemish. Because it said in the book of John 15, from verse 13 to 19, in between said, I call you my slave, my houseboy before. But now I'm not calling you my houseboy again.
But a friend.
I'm calling you a friend. See things, you have to how it goes. For that reason, that's the 4th container. Your mother's womb is the 4th container. Then the 2nd container is the world. And when we came into the world, oh, some people said we are from Ibadan. Some people said we are from Netherlands. Some people said we are from America. Some people said we are from Odeaye. Some people even said I'm Ondo town. You see the mark in my eyes, just like the mark of Sonny Ade, the express. One here, just like 2 lanes. So then now the Sonny Ade is not so proud of the line again, because he never given of the line, the express, to the children, because they will run away. And they may even sue him, because for Sonny Ade to bring his son out to the theater, that ever me call out those who know you. You know what my difficulty there? Even by now, there was a lady they introduced to me here now. If he hadn't me pass through Ondo town, they could have put line on his forehead down to the cheek. So then we know Ondo Lele to call her express Meiji to Lossi Express. So but you call her. Then if you say you are from Ibadan, that you fought a tiger before, no. Somebody mark you, letter L. You know what I'm saying? So that is the 2nd container. Then this 2nd container, we have numbers of things that can derail you from not making heaven. Then they be warning us again. The middle of the Bible was Ecclesiastes 3. That was trying to tell us a time to be born, a time to die, a time to laugh, a time to cry, a time to gather things, and a time to throw things away. He was telling us all these things. But we are not taking notes. We are not what? We are not taking note of all these things. Then, to go down the line, from there again, we decide to grow. Then some people will be called that he has cancer, prostate cancer, this cancer, with all what we ate here. Because God did not create sickness. When you look at Genesis 1 and Genesis 2, they only gave us plants to consume, to eat. Then if we are ill, he said the leaves can give us healing. That's Revelation 2 from verse 1 to 5. So when you look at where we're going today, that's the 2nd container. Then we try everything as if we can steal something away from here. Then death will come. Mr. Death will come. They will now knock at our door. You are leaving tomorrow. Then when we are leaving tomorrow, we will not take anything again. Down to the grave. The 3rd container. The 3rd what? Container. Then if they should ask you in the other 3rd container, where are you coming from? You'll not be able to explain anything. Because it was in that grave, that Yoruba do tell you, a fi eruku fún eruku, a fi iyẹ̀pẹ̀ fún iyẹ̀pẹ̀. And that's the end. Then where is Lekki? Where is Bodilong? Where is the Banana Island? Where is Make Island? Where is Ondo Island? Where is Ibadan Island? Then when you look at the book of John 14, 1 to 3, John 14, verse 1 to 3. Then when you look at the book of John, 1 John again, 2, from verse 16 to 20, you see the whole thing. Then he gave us an assignment. John 15, 1 to 5. Only èmi ni àjàrà.
Èmi ni àjàrà. Bàbá mi sì ni olùṣọ́gbà. Gbogbo ẹ̀ka nínú mi tí kò bá so èso. Ó ní àmúkúrò. Gbogbo ẹ̀ka tí bá sì so èso. Ó ní àwẹ̀mọ́ kí ó lè so èso sí. Ẹ̀yin mọ̀ nísinsìnyí. Nítorí ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo ti sọ fún yín, ẹ máa gbé inú mi, èmi yóò sì máa gbé inú yín. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀ka kò ti lè so èso fún ara rẹ̀. Bí kò ṣe bí bá ń gbé inú àjàrà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ̀yin, bí kò ṣe bí bá ń gbé inú mi, èmi ni àjàrà, ẹ̀yin ni ẹ̀ka. Ni tí ó bá ń gbé inú mi àti èmi nínú rẹ̀, òun ni yóò sì máa so èso lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀. Nítorí ní iye ara yín kò ní ọ̀dọ̀ mi, ẹ kò lè ṣe nǹkan. Ẹnikẹ́ni bá sì gbé inú mi, a máa gbé gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀ka, a sì gbé, wọn ó sì máa yọ ìwé pọ̀ ní ìrẹ́pọ̀.
When you look at the same John 14, from verse 1 to 4.
Ẹ má jẹ́ kí ọkàn yín kí ó dàrú. Ẹ gba Ọlọ́run gbọ́. Ẹ gbà mí gbọ́ pẹ̀lú. Nínú bàbá mi ní òkè ọ̀run. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìgbò ni ó wà. Ìbá má ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Èmi kì bá ti sọ fún yín. Nítorí èmi ń lọ pèsè àyè sílẹ̀ fún yín. Èmi bá sì lọ pèsè àyè sílẹ̀ fún yín. Èmi yóò tún padà wá. Èmi yóò sì mú yín lọ sọ́dọ̀ èmi ti kálára mi. Pé níbi tí mo gbé wà kí ẹ̀yin kó lè wà níbẹ̀ pẹ̀lú.
Then when you look at nǹkan tó wá kó bá wa, ká tó dénú bọ́ọ̀sì kẹta, 1 John 2. From 17. So when I dreamt about this thing 5 days ago, everything around me was
ẹ má ṣe fẹ́ràn ayé.
ẹ má ṣe fẹ́ràn ayé.
Àbí wọn ti bẹ nínú ayé. Bí ẹnikẹ́ni bá fẹ́ràn ayé.
Yes.
Ìfẹ́ tí wọn kò sí nínú rẹ̀.
Where did you start from?
From 15.
Start from verse 12.
Èmi kọ̀wé sí ẹ̀yin ọmọ mi nítorí adarí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ yín jì yín nítorí orúkọ mi. Èmi kọ̀wé sí ẹ̀yin bàbá nítorí ẹ̀yin ti mọ̀ ẹni tí ó wà ní àìtìkọ́ṣe. Èmi kọ̀wé sí ẹ̀yin ọ̀dọ́mọkùnrin nítorí ẹ̀yin ti ṣẹ́gun ẹni búburú nì. Èmi kọ̀wé sí ẹ̀yin ọmọ mi nítorí ẹ̀yin ti mọ̀ bàbá. Èmi kọ̀wé sí ẹ̀yin bàbá nítorí ẹ̀yin ti mọ̀ ẹni tí ó wà ní àìtìkọ́ṣe. Èmi kọ̀wé sí ẹ̀yin ọ̀dọ́mọkùnrin nítorí ẹ̀yin ti ní agbára tí ọ̀rọ̀ Olúwa ti dúró nínú yín tí ẹ sì ṣẹ́gun ẹni búburú nì. Ẹ má ṣe fẹ́ràn ayé.
So they are warning us about the second continent.
This is life, world.
This world.
If
Gumi can be going to Mecca, that means there is no God in Nigeria. Gumi that normally collect money for Boko Haram is going for Hajj. Kidnappers are going to Hajj. Then wicked pastors that have girlfriends and everywhere, they are going to Jerusalem. Then pastors in CAC, in Celestial Church of Christ, they are embezzling church money. Then they are doing something very fetish and something bad. And they didn't like their church member. They are putting loads on their heads so that they cannot grow. Just to raise their own children. Matthew 23, from verse 1 to 4. Then Matthew 23, from verse 17, 18, 19, 20. Then when you look at the book of John 11, from verse 26 to the end. Only the back we are in ọmọ Abraham. Tí ẹ dẹ̀ fẹ́ ṣe tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ fọwọ́ ṣiṣẹ́. Abraham kọ́ ló bí yín. Then Muslim or no Muslim, it was in this world they gave us all those allocations, all these lines that we should follow. And when you look at Genesis 15, 1 to 5, Genesis 12, 1 to 8, Genesis 13, 1 to 10. Then Genesis again, it said in Genesis 15, 1 to 10, if you say you don't have a child, I will give you one. But from your behavior, you're going to get one. But the woman that lives very close to Abraham destroyed the whole thing. In the second container, Genesis 16, 1-10, he said, go and make love to my maids to have the first surrogate baby. We're supposed not to be so. And look at the pains we are facing today. When we go to Mecca and do Murah and do Hajj or no Hajj, go to Hajj once in your lifetime. But now that they have stolen money, they grow wings. They go 200 times in 200 days with government money. Rather for them to use the money to invest on something so that people can enjoy. So because they are used to governor of Kano, they are used to governor of Kebbi, the governor of Mono, so everybody is going to Hajj. And then when you look at what they are saying, I said, Makkah, Medina, what you see in this place, don't bring it down here. That's why he said, when you are in Rome, behave like the Romans. So that's the box. Then people will say, oh, if you didn't go to Jerusalem, you can't see God. You want to see where they buried Jesus Christ. Jesus was born in a cave in Ethiopia. He was born in a cave in Ethiopia. And Jesus is not what? He's not a white man. He's not what? A white man, but a black man. All the things we are having in our hand today started from Africa, from Ethiopia. How to live life, the white people learn it from us. How to do things, they learn it from us. But when they know more than us, now when they start inventing all these things, they push us aside. So that's the second box, the second container. Then, in order to round it up, what I'm trying to tell you, fighting a container fight. We all are fighting what? Inside the container. You married inside the container. You build inside the container. You buy a car inside the container. You are riding your car inside the container. You are using all your life inside the container. You just take an example. If you wanted to marry, somebody will tell you, oh, are you getting married next week? You say, oh my God, your life will not be the same. Your life will change. Your life is not going to change. Your life is going to be damaged. Because your wife now you are now an army officer, a captain. Then you have 17 friends. But when your wife came now, within 6 months, he drove all your friends away. He said he didn't like the way they are doing. The lady, has he come to your house to learn anything? Ẹ̀dẹ̀ ní ilé ọkọ ilé ẹ̀kọ́. Ó gbẹ́wà burúkú ẹ̀ bọ̀ wá báyìí ni o. Bọ́n ṣe gbé bá Adam nínú ọgbà Eden. Ó pẹ́ tí Adam ti rí èso wà mẹ́ tipẹ́tipẹ́. Násàrà èso tó lè já jẹ. Ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tó ń gbé èso tiwọn yìí dé, 10 kilo, 20 kilo, 25 kilo èso tó ń jálẹ̀ fún Adam bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́. Ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ́ọ̀kì ẹ̀jẹ̀ nínú èso ó di wàhálà. And when you look at what he said in the book of Genesis 3, from verse 8 to 14.
Wọ́n sì gbọ́ ohùn Olúwa Ọlọ́run. Ó rìn nínú ọgbà ní ìtura ọjọ́. Ádámù àti Sárà sì fi ara wọn pamọ́ níwájú Olúwa Ọlọ́run láàrin igi ọgbà. Olúwa Ọlọ́run sì kọ sí Ádámù. Ó wí fún pé, níbo ni ìwọ wà? Òun wí pé, mo gbọ́ ohùn rẹ nínú ọgbà. Ẹ̀rù sì bà mí, nítorí tí mo wà ní ìhòhò, mo sì fara pamọ́. Ó wí pé, ta ni ó wí fún ọ pé ìwọ wà ní ìhòhò? Ìwọ á jẹ nínú igi nì, nínú èyí tí mo pàṣẹ fún ọ pé ìwọ kò gbọdọ̀ jẹ. Ọkùnrin náà wí pé, obìnrin tí wọ́n fi pẹ̀lú mi, ó ní ó fún mi nínú èso igi náà.
Inside the container. That is the container fight. At times when you come home from your work, your wife will be complaining about the Megat, complaining about your house help, complaining about your mother. And you remember what he said in the container in the book of Matthew 10, from verse 30 down. And when you look at what in the book of John 8, from verse 1 to 10, when we caught the lady in adultery. Where is the man that performed the act with him? With her? He said, no, that one has escaped. But Jesus Christ said, you are looking for method, way to send me out of the container. So it was fighting inside the container. You married inside the container. The first container, you didn't have a wife. The middle container, you have a wife and friends. Then the third container.
And children.
And children. Then the third container, you won't have anybody again. It's you and the maggot. It's you and what? And the dark room. It's you and what? And the dark room. Because the last container will be covered. Then you are going to experience dark room. How do you get the dark room? The very picture the white man introduced to us in 1969, 67, 70, 81. They will cover their head. They will tell you, look at the bed in the dark. And when they want to print the picture, they said they are taking it to what? To the dark room. So we are still going inside the dark room. I beg Atiku to remember the three containers. I'm now begging Sanwo-Olu to remember the three containers. I'm now begging Tinubu to remember to do the best. To do the best now. Because they collected all the useless head of states that have governed this container in Nigeria and everything. Till now, we cannot get a stable light. We didn't get a good road. We didn't get a company. Rather than for company to survive in Nigeria, company fold up. Dunlop, Michelin, all various of companies. Because all the people who are governing us, they were not born to be a leader. They were not born to be what? A leader. They mishandle everything around the middle container. So we are begging fathers, we are begging mothers, we are begging brothers, anywhere you find yourself in this middle container, do it well. We are not here to point accusing finger on anybody. From there, we can even leave this middle container to the last container. And when you get to the last container, what you sell there, in the book of 2 Samuel 14:14, Ezekiel 14:14, then Psalm 49 from 10. Then he said, we are going to drop dead one day. We are going to drop dead what? One day. There's nothing you can do. It's inevitable. Why don't we prepare our minds and be using every day as if it's our last day? Don't look for Christian, don't look for Muslim, don't look for herbalist, just do good. Because this container, this last one, wife will not go there with you, your counselor will not go there with you, your governor will not go there with you, the country, the state where you were born will not go there with you. Even America is inside the container. Living in America, you are inside the container. Living in Canada, you are inside the container. Living in Rome, you are still inside the container. So, that was what the Lord revealed to me. Say, Marcus, go and tell the people of Nigeria. They were planning 2027, and they have not finished 2026. 25, they've not finished it. Warn them to be careful and be conscious of what they are doing. Because many politicians will die next year. Many will die in their sleep. Then 4 will be brought, they will brought 4 from abroad. Brought in dead. And 2 will commit suicide. And 3 of them will involve from the north. 5 will involve in what? In accidents. And they will not be alive. Even then, El-Rufai need a lot of prayers. Then his brother was a senator in Cameroon. He should go. Atiku mother is from Nigeria. The father is Cameroon. Then Buhari's father is from Niger. The mother is from Nigeria. So how can we get good governance from all these people? So that's the problem we're facing. So we should remember, all the people in this bigger container, death is coming to tell us, quit at any time. We should help the poor. We should help our brothers. We should help the needy. We should say the truth in the church. We should share the truth in the church. If anybody take you as his leader or his pastor, be ready to be plain and be trustworthy to the person. That's the only way. That is the only way. That is the only way for now. Because everything from August, death will ravage a lot of great people in Nigeria. A lot of fake kings, a lot of fake governor, councillor, and everybody. We need to be very, very, very careful. This is a warning signal to everybody in Nigeria. God bless you. Regarding the container. Any other questions?
Just for the container, I'm fine. Sir, in a couple of days, we shall be marking the second year of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Yes, sir.
As the president of Nigeria. So far, so good. How do we rate his
The approval rating.
Yeah.
Thank you very
The
much.
last 2 years.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We handed over to him May 29,
2023.
2023.
Yes, sir.
From the hand of the draconians, Buhari and his junta. And then the almighty civil manager, who made himself a tyranny, even made himself the VME of around the banking sector. And then during his regime too, we left. We inherited. We faced a lot of trouble. But when Tinubu came in, people were thinking it's a joke. He started from Abeokuta. Said, Èmi lókun. Then tó bá jẹ́ Yorùbá, Èmi lókun. You can go and get it and put it there. Tó bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ ẹni tó pẹ́ nínú politics jù, Èmi lókun. Tó bá jẹ́ ẹni tó prepare for the job, tó mọ nǹkan tó lè ṣe nípa ọ̀rọ̀ politics Nàìjíríà, Èmi lókun. Ó dẹ̀ bẹ àwọn Abẹ́òkúta àti Yorùbá, ẹ tẹ̀lé mi dé Abuja as delegate. Kẹjọ kẹ má delegate fún mi o. But àwọn Bákàrè ò gbọ́. Wọn ò gbọ́. Then àwọn other Yorùbá politicians ò gbọ́. Until tí ìbò ẹ̀ tó nà wọ́n pa. Then ká tó dúpẹ́ lórí ẹ̀mí Tinubu. You want to hear the progress report. I am thanking God about his health. That the health was properly handled by God himself. Not any doctor. Not any what? Not any doctor. Because with life, when you have good health, everything around you is possible. You remember what Dino Melaye and the rest of them did in Delta? When they were campaigning Okowa, who swallow his vomit now. Baba where they fall. Baba where they shake. Now Dino Melaye is not going to be a lawyer. A liar who wants to be a lawyer is the same thing. In a little while, Dino Melaye will be crowned, will be given LLB. But there's nothing he can do. He's a thief. And there's nothing he can do with that in Nigeria again. They said, Baba where they fall. Baba where they piece of body. Baba where cannot stand 1 hour. Baba who cannot sign a check. But he has even signed a lot of check now and approved. So I thank God for his health. I thank God for both living and those that are dead in Nigeria. You get the point? Because God knows better than us. A lot of things human beings don't know. God knows better. God kept build Tinubu for that job. Either counterfeit or genuine. Either you take it from me or you leave it. In the prediction 2015, they said the coalition will work. APC will force rule for 16 years. Nothing can stop it. There's going to be noise. There's going to be pandemonium. Then in the book of prediction 2018, they said PDP has bastardized his image. But through the power of incumbency, he will win back. And which happened? If you want them to go and bring the book, I will read everything for you. Go and bring the book, Prediction 2015 and 2018. So the question you asked, I will answer you thoroughly. If there's anybody grumbling about his governance, he should go and sleep. It's now that we have a good person who can rule Nigeria and Africa. If we are to rate him now, for the 2 years, he has scored 60 over 100.
In 2 years.
Yes, 60, not 50. In the 2 years of Babangida, Buhari, and Osinbajo, and all of them the other day, the rating of Buhari when he was living is 26 over 100. You know, he goes to a middle, he lost the control. To sickness, to this, to that, flying abroad. He died in Saudi, he died here, because the Igbo people who like their propaganda job. But thank God for Tinubu's life for this. You get a point? So what happened on the infrastructures all over Nigeria?
Roads.
We are seeing a good thing. Even when he can promise us on Abeokuta, Iyanokwaja for last December, and with his amiable minister for transport and
Road and transport.
yes, engineer Umeyi is a very dynamic person. Very dynamic person. He's talk and do governor. He's now a talk and do minister. But we are still waiting for Ayade. We are waiting for Ayade. Ayade is a potential president of this country.
Ayade?
Yeah. Ayade is loaded. We still have a lot of people. Then Adeshina, the one in Agric. Femi, was it Femi? Not the one with Babangida.
I know.
Buhari. African Bank or this and Agro Bank. Those are still people. Then we still have Patutomi. Patutomi is a dynamic, he has brain. But now he's running away. He didn't want his name to be stolen. He didn't want anybody to stain his name. He ought to have worked with Tinubu. Tinubu helped him a lot. They are both friends. Then Abati. Abati was a vibrant person.
Akinwumi Adesina,
yes. Then Abati too. These are vibrant, Ruben Abati. These are good people. But Abati has soiled himself, spoiled his career with Goodluck Jonathan. Even he fornicated, he did a lot of things, diabolical, this and that. To come and hang now as a journalist. A lawyer turning a journalist in Arise Television.
So he has always been a journalist.
Yes, if he could be a journalist, but when he went to Goodluck Jonathan, he had to think about the poor. He was thinking about second wife. And he got the second wife. And it was the second wife that killed the mother. So he's just very... At times when you said the young shall grow, look at the Mejiba and Kole using the House of Assembly member to go and borrow money. Himself and Tabua. And we didn't get anything. Now they said they want to be governor of Ogun State, this and that. Where's he coming to offer? Where is he coming to offer? You see what Tinubu did in Lagos State? You know what Tinubu did when he was a senator? Tinubu has not lost election before. You can't compare Tinubu and Buhari. You can't compare Tinubu with Goodluck Jonathan. We gave Jonathan that vote because he was crying to us. He has never wear shoe. He has not been eating well. He married his senior sister. He did a lot of things. Then when the noise was too much, we allowed him to go. Then two Igbos were ruling the other time. Sambo was an Igbo man. No, he's an Igbo man. But Obasanjo can't do anything. Because so far, they protect the northern interests. No problem. So, to come to your answer, to your question and your answer, Tinubu has called 60% in the 100 on road, on a listening president. When you make noise, he listens to what you're saying. And he has tried a lot of ministers. A lot of people has worked with him, and he has sacked a lot of people. This is not common in the governance of Nigeria before, sacking minister, sacking this. Obasanjo tried it by giving you appointment letter, then the back of the sheet for termination letter. Yes, but he's a soldier. He did not know his left from his right. He's eager to make money and then convert half of Nigerian land to himself. Now, Nigerian forestry guide is inaugurated in Tinubu regime. Then the toll gate is on the way coming back now. Then in road safety, they are planning to have helicopters and big hospitals all over Nigeria. So if anybody involved in an accident on the way, that's what the law revealed. It's going to happen between now and December. Then before 2027, Nigeria is going to become a one-party state. Because all these good things, people wanted to join. You know, there are a lot of prostitutes among the politicians in Nigeria. Atiku is one of them. Wike is one of them. The Meji Bankole and all of them. Even Erufai, they jump from Oshimole, every one of them. And why they are making noise during Tinubu regime is that they didn't give them free hand to put their hand inside the government coffers. Then the man is busy within the 2 years to pay off the debt. We are owing. The debt that they've owned when Tinubu was in higher institution in Chicago, was over IMF. We just cleared that enough. Then our names is not in the list of debtors again. Kudos to the present governance. Then again, the way it's handling agriculture. We are now bringing agriculture out of what? Out of the pit. Because during the time of Buhari, he have made the Southerner, the Igbo, the Yoruba, and everybody a useless person. That we should be exporting tomato from the north. Even one of his interview in America, he said whatever the World Bank wanted to do in Nigeria, they should consider the north. He didn't even know when he said this. And whenever they are killing people in Benue, he'll be using his toothpick to remove Fura Dununu for in between the teeth. Then he was fighting with the wife. He said, Nigeria, you are lazy. Then he brought the Chief Justice of the Federation, all of them, Fashola, all of them, they were busy looting money. And then Liar Mohammed. Liar what? Liar Mohammed. And when you look at the type of people that work with Buhari then, it's different with the people that work with Tinubu now.
Sir.
These are the people whom Tinubu has tested when he was a governor. Some of them came back again because he built them. It's that for you, for a principal to set up a school. Then you look for some of his best students to call them back again to come and work. This is what we're facing. But people are talking about food. Yes. Rice, before the layer this time, rice will be 30,000, 40,000. Rice is coming down. Yes. Gradually, which I told you in January. I told you that in January. Yeah, don't worry. And some people are hoarding those rice in order to give dog a bad name. But the man did not care. Tinubu is not going to build another house again. Tinubu is not building any house more than the one of Bodyland. Tinubu is not marrying another wife again. Tinubu is not building a hospital for himself again. He can only develop on what he has. You know, may I tell you a big story that will make you to know the type of president you have? In a foreign house in London. Not one, not two, not three people living in UK. Tinubu asked them, do you have a house in Nigeria? He had something to do there. Then he said, no, they didn't have. Tinubu said, okay, let me have your name. He collected their name. One was my brother. He collected their name and he came to Nigeria. He said, whenever you visit Nigeria, talk to me in Bodyland. So when they came, Tinubu gave them a free land, then survey, everything, and money to build. If you cry to his house, and it's there. Look at those people that share rice in Ibadan. They don't get good name with it. Tinubu has been sharing money. Oh, we can't count the year. Many artists, many film artists died abroad, in Canada, in London. He gave them money to bring the body home. Some people are going for medical, Tinubu help them. He's not my brother. He's a friend before, when Agbala Jobi was alive. Agbala Jobi introduced me to him. But we've not seen one-on-one for the past 44 years. Or 44 years. Then when he was about dying, I did Irapada for him here. He sent something to me. That's Tinubu. So he sent some money to me. But the person that brought those things stole the money. He only dropped me the diary. I didn't care. I said, that man you are looking, he will still be president. The person was shocked.
You said this many years ago, right?
Many years ago. Then I need to play my own quota. I could remember the very time when the Ondo man told Luma Gulara Orishabumi, Sonny Ade, is a brother. I played my little role too. And Obasanjo when he was in prison.
When it happened, right?
Yes. So, but I don't need to go to all these people. But God has sent me to them, do this for them, do this for them. That's okay.
Sir, one of the major criticism Tinubu's government is facing now is the mass influx into APC by some politicians, which you have already said in your conversation here this evening, that very soon we shall have a party system in Nigeria. Will this be good for our democracy?
Yeah, we have it before. You know, in 1983, 1984, 85, Awolowo was contesting. Shagari was contesting. SDP, NRC, all this thing. But we knew that government owns the two political parties.
UPN.
No, the government owns the two political parties. But government wants, Obasanjo was telling us that the good person will not be given the baton. That we're going to give it to Shagari, the headmaster. Then they denied Awolowo. So that thing will repeat again. Nothing can take the something 2018 is there. It's there. So good. So when you look at it, it's very simple. You can put that one out.
Yeah, we will do that.
You won't send them things.
Are you on live?
They are not there.
No, not live.
So when you look at what happened, then the result was given in favor of Shagari. And then this one, sir, we were all born in Nigeria. We saw what happened the time of Yar'Adua. The Niger Delta, Niger this and that. We saw what happened, how the Fulani and the Hausas package all the Niger Delta youths and take them to the Arabic states. And they said they went there to go and study, to go and do, go to technical colleges and that. They forced them, they killed some of them there. They didn't come back. That was what made Dikimbo a Muslim. You know what I'm saying? So they don't have good plan for us. And then, you could remember when Buhari Atiku was busy selling all federal property.
Privatization.
Said he's privatizing the whole thing. You remember the time of social adjustments? SAP by
Babangida.
Falaye and Babangida. It was then we have the windfall, that the oil boom, then which Babangida did not put the money into the CBN. Now the CBN is running during the time of Buhari, Tinubu. But the one of time of Goodluck Jonathan, you know, the minister for the charge of CBN was complaining. Now Sanusi, that where is the oil money? Where is the oil money? And you say you wanted to revive the refinery. Where is the money we are making from the oil? It was making even up to tomorrow. Tinubu, Obasanjo cannot do anything. even the 60 billion for NEPA, which himself and then the Agagu, then when he was a minister, till now. So these are governments, rotting presidents. Compare with the one we have now. Compare with the person we have now. So what you are trying to say is here. If you care to read, I will give it to you so that you can see regarding the question you are asking me. So they said for party, I will show it to you. Yeah, all progressive party. You see it? Can you read from the place?
Yeah.
You read.
The party have disappointed and failed the nation.
Yes.
Opposition party will be tough on them in the next election, but they will survive through the power of incumbency.
Okay.
This was revealed in 2018,
Good,
second
sir.
edition.
Good, sir. So when you look at this, it said Buhari will come and rule Nigeria, but it's people's choice. He's going to trick us into it. But for us to have a Yoruba president, we should follow. Then at the end of the day, all the rubbish he did, Yoruba man will come and put everything right. And that's what happened. And when he's going to change the currency. You see there?
Is there?
Okay.
This was revealed in 2015.
Yes. So when you look at all these things, God don't make mistake. Everything is going to be normal before 2027.
Everybody come and see. I say come and hear. I don't carry and come. Better information, superb advertisement. We no get it right far. Oh, to get update and get informed. Oh, talk to Celestial Half Hour. Celestial Half Hour TV. Now we be the best information carrier.